wanted to give you guys all an understanding of how to create the text here in our robot assignment. We're going to use something called the compound path tool. And I just wanted to break down kind of the different layers that you see within this text. So the first thing that you see is that there is outlined text on top of a gradient with words cut out of it. Then you see another shape with words cut out of it, and it's kind of blurred. And then last you see this blue box with a white box on top of it. Actually, the way they've built it is that they've actually just created space in between these two boxes. So you see that there's essentially layers. So when you place them all together on top of each other, you get the effect. So let's create this here. First, we're going to create some text. You don't have to write the word Nasher. You can write whatever you want. I'm going to create text that says robot. I'm going to right-click it and say Create Outlines. That's really important. It tells Illustrator that your text actually now is a shape. So you see that it's got multiple anchor points. Next, you're going to create a gradient. So I'm going to create a box. I'm going to go to my gradient here. I'm going to say Create the Gradient. I'm going to place the black in front by just telling Illustrator that I want it to be at 180 degrees. You can move the black and white. You can adjust how much black, how much white. In this case, we want more black. We're looking at our example here. Then from there, we're going to copy and paste our robot because we want to create outlines. Here, we're just going to say swap, fill, and stroke. So now the inside of the robot is see-through and the outside actually has outlines. We're going to click the robot text that is filled into black. Right-click it and say Arrange and Bring to Front. This will ensure that you can actually place your robot text on top of the gradient that you selected or that you created. And you're going to select both the robot outline text and the gradient. You're going to go to Object, Compound Path, and click Make. This actually ensures that the words have been cut out of the compound path. We're going to then copy and paste the compound path so that we have two. Lastly, we're going to double click so that we can get into the compound path. We're going to select the gradient and we're going to say we just want this gradient to be dark gray. Okay. Then we'll just double click out of it. So now we have a gradient and then no gradient. Then we are going to select the box that is not a gradient. Click Effect, go to Blur and select the first blur up there. Then we will blur this out a bit. Click OK. Now you see we've got several different layers. Lastly, we're going to create that blue. So you're going to create a box. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so it's offset a bit. We're going to create a box that is offset and then offset there as well. We're going to double click and say we'd like it to be blue. Just so that we're creating it exactly the way it was done. We're going to copy and paste, leave some space in between. Now I'll show you a cool tool. Let's say that we can't really get these aligned very easily. We're going to select both of these objects, go to the window, go to align. And this tool allows us to align the objects the way we want. So I've got both these boxes offset, but I'd like them to be perfectly aligned with one another. So I'm going to say let's horizontally align them to the left, and now they're perfectly aligned. Now, here's the issue. We have layers, but they're not in the correct order. So I'm going to select both of these boxes. The way I do that is just I click on one box, then I click Shift on my keyboard, and I click the other box, and now I've got these two images together. If you right click and click Group, now when you move them, they're together. So let's put all of these components in the right order. We're going to click first on the blue boxes, right click on them and arrange and send them to the very back of the image. Next, we will select the blurred out robot, click arrange and say bring to front. Okay. Remember it was offset a little bit here. Actually, it's offset that way. That's right. Next, we will click the gradient and say arrange, bring to front. We're going to put the robot text right over top of that blurred image. And last, right click, arrange, bring to front, send the stroke only text right on top. That's essentially how you create this. Align it a little bit. Then we can tell them that we want the stroke to be a little bit smaller. That's essentially how you create the text effect that you see in our homework example. If you have any additional questions, please text me or email me or ask it in our general questions forum. I'm so happy to help, and I hope you found this easy to create now that I've walked you through it.